What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So we're going to talk about the stimulus package and stimulus checks. And I've had plenty of people ask me in the comment section about this fourth stimulus check. Are we going to be getting another stimulus check? So I do want to address this. But I've told you guys all along, it's very unlikely to see a fourth stimulus check anytime soon. Potentially something maybe later down the road this year. But right now they're focused on this infrastructure bill. And so that is the primary goal right now for the Biden administration. I also want to talk a little bit about what to expect this week, because we do have stimulus checks that are out there. And so we'll talk a little bit about that. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. Okay, so let's first talk about the VA beneficiaries. So this week, electronic payments should go out on Wednesday. So anticipate receiving your stimulus check electronically by Wednesday. And paper checks, debit cards, those are still going out. So if you have not received your stimulus check yet, you might be getting it this week. The anticipation, and let me switch over to my illustration here, and we'll just kind of start from the beginning here. 156 million checks have gone out already, and now we're looking at another 25 million checks going out this week. So if you have not received your stimulus check yet, you could potentially receive it this week. Now, if you do not receive your stimulus check this week, what I would do, the first thing I would do is go to the Get My Payment portal, see what it says there. And if you still have not received your stimulus check, then you might want to look into, if you're a non-filer, you haven't filed any taxes, you might want to look into filing your taxes. And that will trigger, hopefully will trigger your stimulus checks. And it might trigger all three stimulus checks. So you might get that plus up. So all in all, the best way to do it is to file your taxes. Get My Payment portal first, file your taxes, and then hopefully you'll receive your stimulus check in the near future. Okay, now let's take a look at some of the other things here. I wanted to do kind of a timeline of where we are and what they're anticipating doing in the future, because right now the focus is on the infrastructure bill. Okay, that is the focus. And so because that's the focus, we're looking at a situation where another stimulus package is not even being talked about right now. However, in this infrastructure bill, they're making it more than just about roads and bridges. And so that means that it could still help the American people. Okay, so right now, so far, we've seen stimulus check number one, that was $1,200. Stimulus check number two, that was $600. Stimulus check number three, that was $1,400. And there's your total there of $3,200 that the American people have received so far. Now, what we're looking at now is this infrastructure bill, part one. And this is the American Jobs Plan. So when you hear President Biden talking about the American Jobs Plan, that's what he's talking about. Now, they're talking about two months they anticipate will take for Congress to put something together and them to debate it and then get it passed in both chambers of Congress. So that's what we're looking at for the infrastructure bill number one. Now, part two, the American Families Plan. And that'll probably take another 2 months for them to get this approved by both chambers and then signed off by the president. So that's what we're looking at there. Now, if we're talking about another stimulus package, okay, with more stimulus checks, it's probably not going to, if it were to happen, we probably wouldn't be talking about it until September, October time. Okay. Now, remember, October 1st, that's when the fiscal year starts for 2022. And so that could be, they could use that as leverage. And with budget reconciliation, which we already know budget reconciliation's in play right now for 2021, they can use another budget reconciliation. But when we're talking about for 2022, they can use 2 more budget reconciliations if you want to look at it that way. And so that they might talk about another stimulus package. Now, the only way that I could see another stimulus package being something that is viable at that time is the economy has to be not good. It has to be doing bad. And so the major indicator, we're going to have to look at businesses. How are businesses doing? Are they back on their feet? Are they still struggling? If businesses are still struggling, if it's still hard for people to get work, then that's when they'll probably look at, you know what, we need to stimulate the economy even more. And so direct payments is something that would probably be the best option. And when it comes to direct payments for a fourth time, I think they're going to really target it even more. So we saw we saw a progression when it came to the stimulus checks. The first stimulus check went out to a wide group of people, and then that $600 stimulus check, it was more narrowed, so they targeted a little bit more. And then this last stimulus check, they targeted it even more. So we can anticipate if there's going to be a fourth stimulus check, it's going to be targeted even more. So we were even hearing about before they were hearing about the top being 50,000 instead of 75,000. So we might see something like that if we see another stimulus check. But right now, like I said, very unlikely for them to move on anything when it comes to a stimulus check. I will keep you guys up to date. So make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell notification, because you do have lawmakers right now that want another stimulus check, or they want reoccurring payments right now in this infrastructure bill. I think that will be highly unlikely. President Biden he didn't put that in this first infrastructure bill. So if we see the second infrastructure bill, if it's not in there, then obviously it's not going to be anything that they're going to move forward with right now. But that's what we're looking at when it comes to this whole package. Now, President Biden is meeting with a bipartisan group of congresspeople right now, and they're going to be talking about this whole thing. They're going to be talking about how to move forward with this infrastructure bill. They want to make it bipartisan. However, the reality is we've seen at least some of what the Republicans are offering, and the Republicans really haven't come up with much when it comes to how we're going to pay for this. And so because of that, it's probably not going to be a good meeting when it comes to being bipartisan. I think President Biden wants to hear them out, and then they'll just move forward. Congress will move forward because Congress, they're back in session now, so they'll move forward with creating the bill, putting this bill in committee, getting it approved in the House, and then sent over to the Senate, get it approved in the Senate, and then have the president sign off on it. We might see that budget reconciliation because I just can't see the Republicans coming forward and saying, yes, we're going to go along with this $2.5 trillion proposal. The only thing that I can see, and this is a strategy, this is an option for President Biden, is for them to do something smaller that's just roads and bridges and get that signed off with a majority vote, because you have Republicans saying that they're okay with that and they would approve something like that. So they might want to go that route, get that approved with make that bipartisan, and then move forward with a larger package and do that through budget reconciliation. So we might see that too. That could be an option. But right now, there's going to be a lot of different back and forth when it comes to this infrastructure bill. So that's all I have for you guys right now. But I do want to come back and let you guys know what happened with this meeting, this bipartisan meeting, if we learned anything new from that. So I'll come back with that. If you guys have any questions, post them down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.